Ladies and gentlemen, we all have dreams. Some are small, like getting a new car, a better job, or a vacation to a place we've always wanted to see. But then there are the big dreams, the ones that make our hearts race, the ones that keep us awake at night, the ones that fill our minds with endless possibilities. Big dreams are the kind that set your soul on fire. They're the kind that make you want to leap out of bed in the morning. They're the dreams that others look at and say, "That's impossible." But deep down, you know that they're not impossible. They're just waiting for you to bring them to life. But here's the truth. Big dreams need big sacrifices. If you want something extraordinary, you must be willing to do what ordinary people won't. You must be willing to give up the comfort of today for the promise of tomorrow. You must be ready to sacrifice your time, your energy, and sometimes even your peace of mind. You see, success is never free. It comes at a price. And the bigger the dream, the bigger the price tag. You want to build $1 billion business? You might have to work while others sleep. You want to become a world-class athlete? You'll need to spend countless hours training, sacrificing social outings, and pushing your body to its limits. Think about the greats, the legends we admire. Michael Jordan didn't become the greatest basketball player by chance. He spent countless hours in the gym, practicing even after his teammates had gone home. Oprah Winfrey didn't become a media mogul by luck. She worked tirelessly, facing rejection after rejection, until she built her empire. Elon Musk didn't revolutionize multiple industries by playing it safe. He invested his entire fortune and worked unimaginable hours, often risking everything he had. But here's the thing. These sacrifices weren't burdens for them. They were stepping stones. They were investments in their dreams. Because they understood that nothing worth having comes easy. Now let me ask you this. What are you willing to sacrifice for your dream? Are you willing to sacrifice your weekends to learn a new skill? Are you willing to sacrifice late-night TV for early morning workouts? Are you willing to sacrifice comfort for growth, stability for ambition, and fear for faith? Because let me tell you something, the road to your dream is not a straight line. It's a winding path filled with obstacles, setbacks, and sacrifices. But each challenge you overcome, each sacrifice you make, is a testament to how much you want it. Imagine your dream as a roaring fire. Every hour you put in, every sacrifice you make, is like fuel for that fire. The more you give, the brighter it burns. And one day, that fire will be so bright, so intense, that the whole world will see it. But here's the catch. Most people give up before they reach that point. They see the mountain of sacrifices and say, "It's too much." They let their fear, their doubts, and their laziness win. Don't be one of them. Be the one who perseveres. Be the one who says, "Yes, it's hard. Yes, it's uncomfortable, but it's worth it." Now, think about this. Every dreamer starts at the same place, at zero. Zero recognition, zero accolades, zero guarantees. But the one thing that separates the achievers from the quitters is their ability to sacrifice. Sacrifice is the bridge between where you are now and where you want to be. It's the currency you pay to buy your dreams. It's the price tag of greatness. When you commit to a big dream, you're not just making a choice. You're making a promise. A promise to yourself that you won't settle for mediocrity. A promise that you'll put in the work, no matter how hard it gets. But here's the thing about sacrifices. They're uncomfortable. Sacrifices push you out of your comfort zone. They force you to give up what's easy and familiar for what's challenging and uncertain. Think of the moments you've admired someone else's success. Behind every gold medal, every successful business, every incredible achievement is a mountain of sacrifices you didn't see. It's the hours they spent practicing when no one was watching. It's the nights they stayed up working while others were sleeping. It's the rejections they endured, the failures they overcame, and the sacrifices they made again and again. You might not see it now, but every sacrifice you make is shaping you. It's building your character, your resilience, your grit. It's transforming you into the person capable of achieving your dreams. Big dreams don't just require sacrifices of time and effort. They also demand sacrifices of ego and fear. You have to be willing to fail, to look foolish, to take risks that might not pay off immediately. How many times have you seen someone give up just because it got hard? How many people abandon their dreams because they weren't willing to endure the struggle? Don't let that be you. You have to remind yourself daily, this is not supposed to be easy. If it were, everyone would do it. But that's what makes your dream so special, because not everyone will achieve it. Only those who are willing to make the sacrifices will. Let's be clear. Sacrifices don't mean you have to give up everything you love. It means you prioritize what's most important. It means saying no to distractions, to negativity, to doubt, and to anything that doesn't serve your goal. Sacrifice also means patience. Big dreams aren't achieved overnight. They take months, years, sometimes decades of consistent effort. And during that time, you might not see immediate results. But that's where faith comes in. Faith in the process, faith in your vision, and most importantly, faith in yourself. When you're chasing big dreams, people might not understand you. They might call you crazy. They might say you're wasting your time. But remember, they don't see what you see. They don't feel the fire burning in your heart. So don't let their doubts become your doubts. Don't let their small minds limit your big dreams. Use their skepticism as fuel. Prove them wrong, not out of spite, but to show them what's possible when you refuse to give up. Every time you sacrifice something for your dream, you're sending a message to the universe. I am serious about this. And when the universe sees your commitment, it starts to align things in your favor. Opportunities arise, doors open, and momentum builds. Think of a sculptor chipping away at a block of stone. Each sacrifice is like a strike of the chisel. It might feel small, even insignificant in the moment. But over time, those small strikes shape something beautiful, something extraordinary. You have to trust the process, even when it feels slow. Trust that every sacrifice you make, every step you take, is moving you closer to your dream. Remember, success is not a straight line. It's a journey of ups and downs, triumphs and failures. But every sacrifice you make prepares you for the challenges ahead. It makes you stronger, wiser, more determined. Sacrifices also teach you discipline. They teach you to focus, to prioritize, to keep your eye on the prize. And discipline, my friends, is the secret weapon of dreamers. It's not talent that separates the successful from the unsuccessful. It's not luck or connections. It's discipline. The discipline to keep going when it's hard, to make sacrifices when it's easier to give in, to keep believing in your dream when no one else does. Imagine yourself 5 years from now, living the life you've always dreamed of. What would that version of you thank you for? The sacrifices you made today? The times you pushed through when it would have been easier to quit? Every time you feel like giving up, think of that future version of yourself. Think of how proud they'll be that you didn't quit, that you kept fighting for your dream. You owe it to yourself to see what's possible. You owe it to yourself to give everything you've got. Because at the end of the day, the only person who can make your dream a reality is you. Sacrifices aren't just about what you give up, they're about what you gain. You gain strength, focus, clarity, and confidence. You gain the knowledge that you can overcome anything, that you are capable of greatness. And let me tell you, there's no better feeling than standing on the other side of your dream, looking back at the journey and knowing that every single sacrifice was worth it. The late nights, the early mornings, the moments of doubt, they all become part of your story. And your story will inspire others. It will show them that big dreams are possible, that sacrifices pay off, that perseverance wins. So today, make a choice. Choose your dream over your doubts. Choose sacrifice over comfort. Choose greatness over mediocrity. Because big dreams are worth it. They're worth the sacrifices, the struggles, the setbacks. They're worth every ounce of effort you can give. And one day, when you're living your dream, you'll look back and say, this was the best decision I ever made. You have the power to make it happen. You have the strength to endure the sacrifices. You have the vision to see the possibilities. Think about what sacrifices really mean. They aren't just about giving something up. They're about trading something temporary for something eternal. They're about choosing your future over your present. When you sacrifice time, you're not losing it, you're investing it. Each hour you spend working toward your dream is an hour that compounds into something incredible. Sacrifice is a language the universe understands. It's a declaration that you're willing to pay the price for success. And once the universe sees your dedication, it starts working in your favor. But remember, sacrifices don't always feel good. Sometimes they'll test you. They'll challenge your patience, your determination, and your belief in yourself. When you're on the path to greatness, there will be moments of doubt. Moments when you ask yourself, is this worth it? And the answer is always, yes, it is. Because every sacrifice you make takes you one step closer to your dream. It's like climbing a mountain. Each step is hard, but each step brings you closer to the summit. Imagine a life without sacrifice. Imagine settling for less because it's easier. Imagine looking back and realizing you didn't even try. That's a life of regret, not fulfillment. Big dreams require big energy. And energy comes from passion, commitment, and the willingness to make sacrifices. People often say, I don't have time, but the truth is, we all have the same 24 hours. The question is, how are you using yours? Sacrificing an hour of TV, an hour of scrolling through your phone, or an hour of procrastination can change your life. Those small sacrifices add up to big results. Think of every sacrifice as a building block. Alone, it might not seem like much, but together, they build the foundation of your dream. The sacrifices you make today are what shape your tomorrow. They create the opportunities, the breakthroughs, the moments of triumph that will define your success. And here's the secret. The harder the sacrifice, the greater the reward. The more you give, the more you grow. Growth doesn't happen in comfort zones. It happens in the moments when you're stretched, challenged, and pushed to your limits. Look at any successful person, and you'll see someone who was willing to sacrifice. Sacrifice isn't just a step toward success. It's the price of admission. But don't just sacrifice for the sake of it. Sacrifice with purpose. Keep your dream at the center of everything you do, and let that vision guide your decisions. Sacrifice might mean saying no to parties, to vacations, or even to relationships that hold you back. But saying no to distractions is saying yes to your destiny. Sometimes sacrifice means standing alone. Not everyone will understand your journey, and that's okay. It's not their dream to chase, it's yours. And here's something incredible. Every sacrifice you make strengthens you. It makes you more resilient, more focused, more capable of handling the challenges ahead. There will be times when the sacrifices feel too big, but in those moments, remind yourself why you started. Remind yourself of the dream that set your heart on fire. Your dream is worth more than temporary comfort. It's worth more than fleeting pleasures. It's worth everything you have to give. Sacrifice teaches you discipline, and discipline is the backbone of success. It's what keeps you going when motivation fades. Motivation gets you started, but discipline, built through sacrifice, is what keeps you on track. Think of sacrifice as a partnership with your future self. Every sacrifice you make today is a gift to the person you're becoming. Visualize your dream life. See it clearly in your mind. Now ask yourself, what am I willing to do to make that vision real? The answer should be, anything it takes. Sacrifice also requires faith. Faith that your efforts will pay off. Faith that the dream you're chasing is possible. Even when the results don't come immediately, trust the process. Trust that every sacrifice is a seed you're planting for the future. People might not see your sacrifices, and that's okay. You don't need validation from others. The only person who needs to believe in your dream is you. Sacrifices often separate the dreamers from the doers. Dreamers talk about what they want. Doers take action, no matter how hard it gets. When you sacrifice for your dream, you're proving to yourself that you're serious. You're showing yourself that this dream is not just a wish, it's a priority. The road to success is paved with sacrifices, but it's also lined with lessons, growth, and moments of self-discovery. Every sacrifice you make teaches you something valuable about yourself, about your strength, and about your capacity to overcome. Remember, the pain of discipline is temporary, but the pain of regret lasts forever. Years from now, do you want to look back and say, I could have, I should have? Or do you want to look back and say, I did it? And let me tell you, the joy of achieving your dream, of standing at the top of your mountain, looking back at all the sacrifices you made, is indescribable. It's a feeling that no amount of comfort, no amount of ease could ever replace. So today, I challenge you. I challenge you to dream big. To dream so big that it scares you. And then I challenge you to work for that dream with everything you've got. Yes, you will have to say no to certain things. Yes, you will have to endure sleepless nights and tough days. But remember, every sacrifice you make is a brick in the foundation of your dream. And one day, when your dream becomes your reality, you'll look back and realize that every single sacrifice was worth it. So go out there, dream big, sacrifice bigger. And remember, the only limit to your success is the limit you place on your willingness to sacrifice. The world is waiting for your greatness. Show it what you're made of. Thank you.